We don't have any freedom to go out. We cannot do anything.
তো এভাবে বন্দি থাকি নাই কখনো, যা খুবই বোরিং লাগে।
আচ্ছা, আমার সারাদিনের রুটিনটা হচ্ছে, দিনে কোনো রুটিন নাই, দিনে পুরোটাই আমি মানে এখানে পুরো সিস্টেমটাই চেঞ্জ হয়ে গেছে।
We want to see the sunlight. We get the fresh air. So we also like to go outside, but cannot go outside. The lockdown start from April 7 till now. Don't know when we can go out. Just they pass to the paper, then they say cannot open the door. Then they explain us the outside, put the sun seal. If you open the door, the seal is broken. So from there, 14 days you need to quarantine inside the room. This means now we already completed 5 days. So today I open the door. If the seal broken, they say it's another 14 days continue to quarantine. We feel like prisoner. It's a very long time. If 1 day, 2 days, okay. It's around 4 months. It's very difficult to pass.
Just being confined to a physical space creates a lot of mental stress. But for these migrant workers, because they're isolated from their families, it's an additional burden, because most of us, when we isolate, we're with our families, at least the lucky ones amongst us. I think one of the solutions to lessen the worries of workers is to communicate better what is being done. This could be as simple as letting workers know that a percentage of people have been tested, what the test results are. We hear stories of workers not being told what the results are of even someone living in the same room, communicating better whether or not they will have jobs when they return out of isolation, whether they'll be forced to go back to their home countries, whether they have a choice in this even, guarantees that they're going to be paid all the wages that they're due even during lockdown. I think these could help, and also giving them access to helplines, to resources that they can access in order to understand and talk to people better about what's going on.
জানবেন হয়তো এই পুরো কোভিডটাতে আমার বিভিন্ন সময় আমার ব্যান্ডকে নিয়ে আমি অনলাইন স্ট্রিম করছি। প্রতি উইকে অ্যাটলিস্ট দুই তিনটা করে আমার বিভিন্ন এখানে যারা আছে বিভিন্ন ফেসবুক পেজ থেকে ইনভাইট পাই, যেহেতু আমি একজন সিঙ্গার সাথে। এবং এইটা সবচেয়ে ইম্প্যাক্টের ব্যাপার হচ্ছে যে আমি যে এখানে রুমের মধ্যে গান করি, এটা ওরা খুব এনজয় করে। আপনি জানবেন হয়তো যে মানসিক একটা প্রবলেম সবসময় এখানে কাজ করে, সবার মধ্যে এখন মেন্টাল একটা প্রবলেম, মানে সবাই হতাশার মধ্যে। তো যার কারণে যখন গান বাজনা করি, শুধু আমার রুমে না, আমি যখন জোরে জোরে চিল্লায় গান করি, সবাই আসে পাশে বসে শোনে, খুব ভালো ভাই। যখন আমি একা বাইরে বেরোই, তখন ভাই আপনার ওই গানটা খুব ভালো। তো এটা একটা সবার মধ্যে একটা মানে কি বলে মেন্টাল রিফ্রেশমেন্টের যে জায়গাটা, এটা খুব ভালোভাবে মানে ইয়ে করছে আর কি।
For the RC Operations Department, we manage the 5 RCs owned by JTC. RC actually stands for Recreation Center, so you can liken them to kind of like a community center for foreign worker or foreign worker centric. Now we also have a virtual RC, which is called Project Dom, on our Facebook page. When circuit breaker happened, everyone was trying to cope with boredom, be it Singaporean or foreign worker, right? So I think what Project Dom did was to actually come out with programs specially curated for foreign workers, especially those that was speaking Bengali or Tamil. So specifically these workers, provide them both enrichment as well as the entertainment programs. Now we are trying to also work on mental health issues, because if you have seen the news, COVID-19 is hitting foreign workers a lot harder because of the social issues tied around that. So what we are trying to do is to provide them that mental support.
This room, every day nothing to do, cannot sleep also. Night time cannot sleep. Day also cannot sleep. Every time testing them 1 week, 2 weeks, 15 days only. Now until 5 months already haven't go. I talking, I log out. Very angry. I cannot sleep. I asked him like this, why always negative? I testing 5 times already negative. Why you log? Commentary say you cannot go out. I want to jump down out.
There's a lot more uncertainty with a lot of migrant workers in Singapore in terms of whether or not they will have jobs once isolation or lockdown is over for them. A lot of times there's overcrowding, inadequate sanitation, the inability to social distance, there's the mental stress of being locked down and not knowing when it's going to end. Some of them want to see their families overseas, but the cost of returning are very high right now. I think boredom is a big problem. And again, I think this was also perhaps an issue for some migrant workers before lockdowns. Migrant workers don't make a lot of money, and leisure activities in Singapore are very expensive for anyone. So the conundrum is kind of, what can I do that doesn't cost a lot of money? So this is going to get increasingly, I think, important as time goes on and people are moved out into outer-lying dormitories, because it's going to cost money to come into the city.
Next mission is I make one radio station live streaming, sharing the migrant worker life story. A sad story, everything we share in Bangla.
Previously, every week in Koteka, meet my friend or miss these things.
Because I coming 5 years in Singapore, I want to go home. So I miss everybody, my wife, my children.